Hey guys, welcome to my channel Easy Economics 67. Today we are starting with the chapter, very important chapter, demand analysis. Now let us start with the meaning first of all. What is demand? See, in a common language, in a general language, demand is desire. Whenever we wish to have something, we feel that it's demand. But it's not so in case of economics. In economic terms, we have to mention everything specifically and perfectly. So, in economics, demand means, that is rather effective demand means, we should have desire or urge to buy something. First of all, desire should come to our mind that we want to have this commodity. There, the demand rises first. Then, secondly, even though we have desire, we should also have the purchasing power. We should have money to buy that commodity. So, ability to pay should be there, and we should be ready to spend also. Because see, sometimes what happens is people have desire to buy the product, people have ability to pay also, they are in a position to pay, but they are not ready to part with their liquidity. That means they don't want to spend. So that willingness, that readiness to pay, that readiness to purchase should also be there, which is equally important factor. So finally, demand becomes, as I have written the equation on the board, demand is equal to desire for a commodity, plus willingness to purchase it, plus ability to pay. We should be in a position to pay for it. We should have that much purchasing power. So this is the meaning of demand. This is the meaning of effective demand in economics. I repeat, demand equal to desire plus willingness to purchase plus ability to pay for it. So that's it. That was the meaning. Now let us go to the determinants of demand. Now what's the meaning of determinants? These are the factors which decide or which determine the demand for any commodity or product. So these are the determinants of demand. The very first and the foremost determinant of demand is price of any commodity. Now, naturally, the demand for any product is determined by its price. What happens normally is, normally a large quantity is purchased at a lower price. If a particular product is available at a lower price, people prefer to buy larger quantity of it. Whereas if the price is higher, people tend to buy smaller quantity because people feel that it's okay, now the price is higher, so we will buy less, and once the prices fall, we may buy more quantity afterwards. So that's why larger quantities purchase at a lower price and smaller quantities purchase at a higher price. Now let us move on to second determinant of demand, and that is income. This is also one of the major determinant of demand. Now, as all of us can understand easily, income of a person, income of a consumer determines or decides his purchasing power. And but natural, the purchasing power of a person influences his demand for a commodity. Likewise, if a person's income is more or income increases due to anything, maybe he's taking up one more job, one more side income is generated, then in that case, if the income rises, he will demand more commodity, more goods. Whereas if there is, due to some problem, if there is fall in the income, then but natural, his demand will also fall. So thus we may say that there is a direct relationship between income and demand for a commodity. Direct relation in the sense, if one rises, other will also rise. If increase in income, increase in demand. If there is fall in income, fall in demand. That means both these factors move in the same direction. That's the meaning of direct relation. I have written on the board so that it becomes easy for you. Next, coming to the next determinant, point number 3, prices of substitute goods. Substitute goods means, I hope you understand the meaning. One good can be replaced with other. One good can be used instead of the other good. They can be substituted for each other. Those are called substitute goods. So in case of substitute goods, if a substitute or the other product which can be used instead of this original product. If that other product, if that substitute good is available at a lower price, then but natural people will demand it instead of costly good. People will feel that instead of spending so much money on this current goods whose price is high right now, they will go for the other good, they will go for the substitute good. So I have put in the some symbolic form. If the price of sugar increases or rises, then the demand for jaggery will go up. So if the price of one of the substitute good rises, then the demand for the other substitute will go up. That's what I have shown on the board with symbolic. Coming to the fourth point, that is price of complementary goods. That means these both goods are needed together. Price of complementary goods. Now, in this case, change in the price of one commodity would also affect the demand for the other commodity. For example, say let us assume the case of car and petrol. Now, if the fuel prices rises, then people will make lesser demand for the car. Car's demand will also fall because car we are purchasing just once, but daily we have to put the fuel. Daily we need petrol or the fuel to run the car. So if the petrol prices are too high, then it becomes costly to run the vehicle, to use the vehicle daily basis. So that's why if the petrol prices rises, if the fuel prices rises, then the demand for cars will fall. This is the case of complementary goods. Now next, nature of product. Nature of product in the sense whether our product is a necessity product or a comfort product or a luxury product. So depend on our category of product or depend upon the nature of a commodity, its demand is determined. For example, if a product is necessary, if a commodity is necessary, then but natural, its demand will remain same irrespective of its price. In case of necessary commodities, we have to consume that, and that's why they fall under the necessary category, necessity category. For example, medicines. If a patient is there who needs regular diabetes medicines or say BP medicines or thyroid medicines, then but natural whatever may be the price of medicines, the price of medicines may rise, it may fall, but the patient has to buy it. Whatever quantity is required, he has to buy it. There is no increase or decrease in the demand irrespective of the price. I hope you got the point. Coming to the next point, point number 6, size of population. See, if the population is larger, demand will be greater, because if there are more people to make the demand, there will be more demand. And if the population of the country, if the population of the area is smaller, then there will be lesser demand. So very simple, larger population, greater demand, smaller population, lesser demand. I have written on the board in shortcut because there are too many points we have to cover. So we are just mentioning some of the points which are easy in shortcut. Next, point number 7, expectation about future prices. See, try to understand this point. This point will specially relate to the stock markets. I hope many of you must be doing this stock market and all. Nowadays, many of the students also do this stock market. They deal in cryptocurrency also. So you must be having this idea. If a consumer expects the price to fall in future, supposing there is some news in the market or you have some idea that this particular stock is going to fall in future, then in that case, even though that commodity is currently available at a lower price, still you will buy less and you will wait for the next fall. You will wait because you know that you have an idea that the commodities price is going to fall further. So even at the current fallen price, you will buy it less in the present, and vice versa, and opposite to it. Supposing a particular stock is rising, but still you know that it's going to rise, particular commodities price is rising, but you know that the price is going to rise further, then even at today's increased price, even at today's higher price, you will tend to buy it more. So why this happened? Even at the higher price you bought more, and at the lesser price you bought less, because you expect about the future price trend. You expect about the future prices of that particular commodity, and that's why it determined your demand for that particular commodity at present. It determined your action. I hope the point is clear. Next, point number 8. I've just written, I've just mentioned, because very simple points those are. Point number 8, advertisement, sales promotion. If a product is heavily advertised, heavy use sales promotion is done for the product, then due to this advertisement effect, due to this sales promotion, a commodity, a product may find higher sales. There will be higher demand due to the advertisement effect and sales promotion effect. Then next, the taste, habits, preferences, fashions of the product will determine the demand of the product. If people are habituated to use a particular commodity, or if the particular commodity is in fashion, then during that time the product will find higher demand. And once the commodity goes out of fashion, then its demand will fall. Likewise, you may explain this point in own words, very simple points, nothing specific to be written. And coming to the last but not least, very important point, level of taxation. If there are higher taxes levied on the commodity, then it would increase the price of the commodity, and this in turn would reduce the demand for the commodity. If a product is heavily taxed, then it will result in increased price of the product, and as a result the demand for the product will fall. So this is how all these factors will determine the demand of a commodity. Though I have explained 10 points, doesn't matter, some here and there, you may write 8 points, and that will be sufficient from the exam point of view. And if you don't remember, you may split and extend the points also, like taste, habits, fashion. So habits you may mention as a separate point, fashions you may mention as a separate point, and that will do. Okay, but at least some 4 5 points you should write the proper perfect points, and that should be like price, income, substitute goods, complementary goods, nature of product. These points you shouldn't mess with, you should write it correctly. This meaning of demand and determinants of demand are over. So that's it for today. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and if this lecture was of any help, do share this if possible. If you like it, do share this. Thanks for watching.